even though it looks like it. I think DQ was more excited about this photo until they were 6 and 6 or whatever it was.
Carl, how much money is that $4 million man putting into Restoration Academy?
Well, get him here. We'll see.
There you go.
And at the end of the day, it really is about what's happening in the lives of these young people. 80%, and that's higher than that because of last year, and Ty shared this. Last year, all of our seniors were accepted into college. That's the first time in the history of the school, 100%. And listen to me, all but one, first ones in their family to go to college. Yeah, Miss Motter, we'll give a little shout out to her, who's worked with them on getting the transcripts in. Where do you want to go to school? Let's get to those campuses. Here are the college days. And we so appreciate her in that endeavor. But, you know, he scripts it. And I can't tell you what it was like last year to go through graduation. And Tyrone Davis says, hey, my parents want to have you over. And Mr. Shock and I ran over to his house, not far from here. Most of the kids are in Inslee, Fairfield, Midfield. And sitting up on their mantle was his letter of acceptance to the Naval Academy. And you know what's really unique about that? Tyrone is bright, and he played football and all those things. Tyrone wanted to enlist in the military, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this donor, his sophomore year, said, have you ever thought about the Naval Academy? And I remember when that was shared with me, I thought, wow, let's shoot for the stars. Flew him up there, walked him around, introduced him, and now he's at the Naval Academy. First one in his family to go to college. That's the story. And I'm just excited about this group. Trade school, military, and the workforce. Douglas Stredford, who's an airplane mechanic in Pakistan. When Antonio Miller, I think class of 96, stopped by a few months ago, came to a luncheon, and he is cutting hair, working at a Waffle House at night to put himself through school, fathering his little girl who the mother abandoned. I thought, you know, you script it, Lord. It's not the way I would have done it, but it's wonderful to see that seed sprout in your time and your way. And because at the end of the day, this is it. Breaking destructive cycles of incarceration, of fatherlessness, of neglect, of abuse, and seeing them live the Christian life. And when I'm standing outside in my yard, this is months ago, and I hear this honk, and this kid is getting out of his SUV, and he says, Pastor Lynn, I want to introduce you to somebody. And there's Jonathan Elbridge. And in his back seat of his car is a little girl. He says, this is my daughter. I'm married. I'm teaching school. About to buy my first home. And he pulled off, and I stood there in my yard, and I thought, you know, people all the time say, what are the miracles in our society? And I thought to myself, I just witnessed one. See, Jonathan didn't have a father growing up. Yet he's productive. He's doing something for others. And he's fathering his beautiful baby girl. That's a miracle. But it only happened for him because of the time, you know, that was spent year after year here at the school. Two things. We are a donor-based school. This is Andy Glenn, who's here today, and Zanetta, the girl he sponsors. That's how the doors stay open here. That's how they will remain open. We don't get a bunch of corporate and church and foundation support. We get some of that. Most of it is people who believe in what we're doing and support the mission. And I make no bones about that. We have a goal of 125 scholarships this year at $4,000 apiece. That's our cost after we take in tuition. And everyone pays something here according to their income. But our cost is $4,000 a child. We've raised about 80 scholarships in cash and pledges to date. So that leaves us, 45 short? So you could be a part of that, certainly. In part or in whole. Some people give partial. Some people recruit their Sunday school classes. Paul, you've done that at Covenant. Just come alongside us. Can't do the whole amount, but you know what? I know enough people who can. So that is one way to really be involved. I can't tell you what it means to me to see the donors of Restoration Academy treating and providing for children of this school as if they're their own children. That is a pure expression of the compassionate heart of God. There are many, many volunteer opportunities. These are two of the ladies who served you lunch today, who've come and are teaching a junior high and high school girls Bible study. And here's one of the beautiful things that this picture represents to me. This is Mary Hargrove and Barbara Barker. When they stepped here, I don't know, it's about 2.5 years ago, there are some challenges and obstacles. Generationally, culturally, racially, socioeconomically, but let me tell you what, time plus the love of Christ bridges all those gaps. I can't tell you the impact that they're having in the lives of these young ladies. There's someone else that's here, Keith Duke. Where'd you go, Keith? I should see your head. You're back there. Two tall guys by each other, Chris and Keith. Keith's wife, Amy's been coming here for years, mentoring and ministering to young ladies, and has such inroads and impact in their lives. So that is a way to be involved as well. I want to close. We got a little special presentation in a moment from our kindergartners, and we'll be done, and you can stay for the tour. If you want to be a part, you've got this little orange card in front of you. You can fill this out, and you can leave it on the table. If you want to consider scholarshiping, you want to consider mentoring, let me tell you, we are successful in our mission as God's people come alongside us. So we'll take a moment if you want to reflect and fill this out. We're not going to say, hey, you made this commitment. We're asking you to prayerfully consider it. That is how we stay in business and how we can accomplish our mission, is you coming alongside us. So we probably have your name and address information that we got up front. So it's this back part with your name that's important.